Hi, I'm glad you're here. Let's take a minute just to be in this space here together. This is a space for reflection, growth, and becoming without pressure, performance, or urgency. We're just talking it out. Becoming someone new doesn't always happen loudly. There are many in between moments that collectively make big shifts in our lives. I was thinking last night about how my younger self would have never decided on a Sunday afternoon to launch a series about self-reflection, personal growth, becoming the best version of you, and how this looks on a day-to-day basis. Ever. If you had told me 20 years ago that everything I'd been through and everything I was still going through was part of the journey, I would have told you, leave me alone. I'm trying to figure everything out. I'm trying to keep control of everything. Just leave me be. What I didn't know was that same control, the death grip that I had on things I thought were mine and important, was the same thing that was keeping me stuck. Now let me say this. That is the nature of who I am, a Capricorn. So control of my surroundings is important to me. But it's how I went about it that needed to shift. Noticing when I was banging my head against the wall, sitting with uncomfortable feelings, letting go of ideas that were not serving me very well at all, were and still are key movements in my journey that are always growing and evolving. I had to sit with internal change while everything else around me seemed to stay the same. But it was the small internal changes that eventually reflected outside of me. One day I woke up and realized, you've quietly become someone new. What I'm always met with is this. Feelings are fleeting. They feel so real in the moment. But they're something you have, not something you are. They're constantly changing. What I'm working towards creating is a grounded environment for them to exist, to be validated, to be real, but not control my entire environment. See how that control issue works itself right in through the back door of feelings? It happens more than we even realize it. If you're in a season of quiet change, you're definitely not alone here. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Notice what stays with you and what comes up. What triggers certain thoughts, certain feelings? Maybe there's something you need to let go of. Ha ha, don't we all? Think about how that could look for you. Think about the good parts of letting go of control. What would that feel like? I also want you to think about the challenges of letting go of control. What would that feel like? The feelings associated with that and how you can help yourself find things to help move towards that goal. We're all a work in progress. We're all trying to do our best with the information we have. Sometimes all we need is to know that we're not wandering empty streets. It's about getting to the other side and learning as much as we can about ourselves in the process. It is okay to dig into you. When the shift happens, it feels different. It can feel unsure. It can also feel like coming home to yourself. I've experienced both many times. There's no guidebook or timeline to this process. And that's what I'm realizing. If something shifted for you, remember, small changes last. I'm glad you found your way here today. Until next time, remember this: you're becoming someone new, quietly,